Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I wanted to talk to you about the dislike ratio on the new Infinite Warfare trailer, which, if you haven't seen, is pretty insane. The gameplay I'm showing you right now is my HVK-30 laser sight, aggressive Russian class, stock quick draw, all that, doing really good on knockout. Had a lot of fun with this gameplay. I hope you enjoy watching it. But in case you've been living in a cave or under a bridge, as I know many of you do, the dislike ratio on the Infinite Warfare trailer is extremely high. It is extremely high in that both the total number of dislikes is high, and the ratio of dislikes to likes is high, and the total number of dislikes is growing very, very fast, and this is an absolutely brutal thing for a big, hypey game launch, game reveal trailer, because Call of Duty is almost as much a game of marketing at this point as it is about game development. They have their marketing down to an exact science. They win awards for it. Ghost won awards for it, but this one kind of blew up in their faces, and it's become a big deal around YouTube, around rest of social media. It showed up on Forbes. It showed up all over the place. They had an investor phone call about it. And the fact that YouTube dislikes are important means that YouTube is important, which means what I'm doing is important, kind of. Yay for me. But it's a big problem because I'm a COD commentator. This is a COD channel, and it's a scary thing. So today we're going to talk about how bad the problem is, what caused it, and if it can be saved. So how bad is the problem? Well, if you look at the Infinite Warfare trailer right now, which is a day or so ago from when this video was published, it had 28% likes, which means 72% of people that viewed the trailer disliked it. It had 209,000 likes to 530,000 dislikes, and this is growing not by the hour but by the minute. So as of right now, it's probably significantly worse. I wouldn't be surprised if it was down to about a 25% ratio. And while this is bad, it is important to compare to other games because Call of Duty is known for being, let's say, passionate, as some people would say, or hateful or toxic, as others would say. So let's go back in time one year and look at the Black Ops 3 reveal trailer, and you'll see that it has an 83% like ratio, which is way better than 28. It has about 394,000 likes to about 80,000 dislikes. So it's got double the likes and only a fraction of the dislikes, and do keep in mind that this one is a year old. If we go back in time a little bit more, we see a very similar story with Advanced Warfare, 82% ratio, which is almost the same as Black Ops 3, about 222k likes to about 50k dislikes. And as you can see, the new trailer for Infinite Warfare, which is only a few days old, has more dislikes than the other two combined, but perhaps a better comparison would be to the Battlefield 1 trailer, which as of me making this video is only about 5 or 6 hours old. It's got a 98% positive ratio, a little bit over 200k likes, 266, and about 6k dislikes. So way less dislikes and way more likes than the Infinite Warfare trailer. So as you can see, this is one of the least popular game reveals that I have ever seen in my entire life. And it is also very important to note that all of these stats are cumulative. All of these came out at different times. So yeah, like, of course, Advanced Warfare has more total interactions because the trailer is 2 years old, and Battlefield 1 has less interactions because it's 5 hours old, but you can see a very clear trend, and you can see the number discrepancy, especially over time. As of right now, the Infinite Warfare trailer broke into the top 25 most disliked YouTube videos of all time. If you look at the chart here on Wikipedia, you can see how it stands. Now, a lot of these videos have a lot of dislikes because they're extremely popular, a lot of music videos and stuff like that. But you can see it's just hanging down there underneath some Justin Bieber and Rebecca Black videos, which is kind of scary. And it may never reach that Justin Bieber, like 6 million dislikes and crazy stuff like that, because people aren't going to watch it 1,000 times. But it's bad that it's in that category. Of note, it is the most disliked gaming video ever, and it got that title in only a few days. Of all of the gaming related videos on YouTube, none are more disliked than the Infinite Warfare trailer. So in my opinion, this is painful, and this is very damning for the game. It looks very good, but we're going to try to add some sense to this. We're going to try to figure out what happened, what went wrong, how bad the dislikes are, and we'll start off with some statements from the CEO of Activision. Now, I'm paraphrasing here because I don't like doing direct quotes on the channel, but he did a phone call with investors and basically said that they know that people wanted boots on the ground instead of spacey future stuff, and that's why Modern Warfare Remastered was a thing. He tried to be optimistic and say that pre-orders for the game are still very high, and that the likes per view are also very high. You won't get hardly any negativity out of the CEO, especially not in a public statement, so that's him trying to spin it and make it look good. And while some of these facts are true, it's still overall scary, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So what in the fudge happened here, and is it that bad? The number one thing that happened is that there is definitely a huge community pushback against futuristic Call of Duties and against movement. The desire is huge for old school Call of Duty, either Modern Era or Modern Warfare 2, or not Modern Warfare 2, or World War 2, I almost screwed my words up there, and to reduce or completely eliminate advanced movement. People aren't so big on the wall running and boosting and things like that, or at least they say they're not. Black Ops 3 is still very popular. Unfortunately, the game has been in development since near the end of Ghost. Not too long after Ghost was released, they already started developing this game, and at the time, you got to think back about 2.5, 3 years ago, Titanfall was the bee's knees. That was the big hype. Everything was going future. Call of Duty, I mean, of course they communicate, so they knew that Treyarch and Sledgehammer Games were also working on futuristic Call of Duty games, and they had a clear trend that, you know, these games were going to be good, advanced movement was going to be popular, Titanfall was hype. If we want to be competitive, we need to make a game and set it in the future and have advanced movement, because that's where all the indicators were. Unfortunately, the community got very sick of it in a relatively short period of time, and it is way too late for Infinity Ward to back out and totally change the game. And I feel that is very, as the CEO says, actually, that's why Modern Warfare Remastered was included as the pre-order bonus, so the people that want boots on the ground can still have it. Next up, the community is still salty with Infinity Ward over Call of Duty Ghost, and just with Infinity Ward in general. Call of Duty Ghost is considered one of the worst COD games ever made, as of this point. Some people also don't like COD 3, and as much as people like World at War, there's also a lot of people that hate World at War, but Ghost usually gets the most complaints because it's the most recent in our memory, so Infinity Ward is getting the full brunt of the blame on that one. And the COD hate, or the COD anger, uproar, toxicity, community feedback, pushback, whatever you want to call it, is at an all-time high right now, with the supply drop controversy being the #1 thing on everybody's mind. Everybody's mad about supply drops, they're mad about COD points, they're mad about Season Pass and all sorts of different stuff. They're already wanting to sue people, illegal gambling, pushback, boycotting, black market blackout, all this kind of thing. So all of that sort of venom got completely redirected on this new trailer. And finally, lots of people are actually mad they can't buy Modern Warfare Remastered on their own. You would think that some of the likes on the trailer are people that are happy that they're going to get Modern Warfare Remastered, but in reality they're kind of peeved because they have to buy the new game to get the one they really want. What most people really want is Modern Warfare Remastered, but they have to pre-order Infinite Warfare in order to get it, so there's dislikes for that. Now that's all in-community stuff. Outside the community, there's other things going on. Everybody makes fun of Call of Duty outside the Call of Duty community. Call of Duty is considered an arena shooter, a baby shooter, a bro shooter. It's the Donald Trump of shooters, as a lot of people would say. Bashing on COD is a very popular thing. As a matter of fact, it's a staple of our gaming and GameFAQs and other websites like that. Battlefielders hate COD. I think COD's a great game. I think it does consistently good every year, and of course I play it and enjoy it on this channel, but outside of that audience, COD is the game that everybody likes to bash on. It's a punching bag, so you get a lot of outside community dislikes too, and once all of this momentum started, the anger about the space, the anger about supply drops, anger at Infinity Ward, outside community feedback, we got a big momentum on these dislikes, and the community just decided to voice their opinion very, very loudly about it, and blew up the trailer with dislikes. And once we started reporting news and people started, thinking that it was a big deal, we got more and more and more. People were making new accounts to dislike. So, and the question is it that bad? I'm gonna say it is definitely bad. Not as bad as it looks. It looks kind of like the CoD-ocalypse. It looks like the end of the world for Call of Duty, that this is where Call of Duty finally dies. I don't think that's true. If you look at some of the things the CEO says, they're actually true. Overall views are high. Pre-orders are probably high. I don't have the data for that. And if you look at it, the like-to-view ratio is also very high. You're still getting a lot of likes very quickly. Like-to-view ratio is high, and there's tons of hype around Modern Warfare Remastered. However, despite some of these positive twists, it is bad. It's scary that a game that's supposed to be instantly loved by fans is almost instantly rejected. It may not be the CoD-ocalypse, but we're nearing over to that edge, and it is kind of a scary thing. I think that once we see some actual gameplay and we get more reveals and stuff like that, the community will come around, especially multiplayer, which I know some of the COD pros have played it and they've had good things to say. But as of right now, the next trailer and next reveal I feel needs to be insanely good. Whatever marketing plan is next, whatever Infinity Ward has going on, the next reveal needs to be really dope, and it needs to really show off the game and not the hype, or this game's going to be dead on arrival. It is going to be really, really bad if the next trailer isn't just complete awesomeness. I do think it's going to be better. I think they're going to have something good to show off. but I'm legit worried right now. I mean, I'm a COD commentator, my whole channel is COD, so this kind of stuff worries me, and I know that this is overall negative video, but I feel compelled to report the facts as is. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, I hope you learned something useful. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.